Greetings YouTube, how are you guys doing? I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time. I actually did make it last week, but sadly I couldn't edit it, upload it or render the file as something happened. So this is going to be take 2 of this video. 2 weeks back, I went to see a cigar manufacturing plant here in Sri Lanka called United Tobacco. These guys make a cigar for the international market called J.Cortes, and this is one of their premier range cigars called High Class, and I'm hopefully doing a review of this shortly as well. Little history about J.Cortes and United Tobacco. These guys have been in Sri Lanka for the past 25 years, and for the past 25 years these guys have been manufacturing binders and wrappers for the international market. But for the past 10 years, these guys have also been manufacturing cigars as well. So, little bit about the scale of what they do here. They make about 250 million cigars per annum, as well as about 980 million binders and wrappers for the international market. So, these guys are pretty much, I would say, big boys. And I was a bit surprised that for the past 25 years, these guys have been in my back garden and I didn't know a damn shit about it. So that was pretty interesting. These guys export to 90 plus countries like France, Italy, Netherlands, Belgium, so on and so forth. So these guys quite have a supply chain running. But I got a special permission to have a factory visit. And like I said, 2 weeks back we went to see the factory, and bloody hell, it was unbelievable. There was tons of information, that we learned about cigars from this place. And this is my first big cigar manufacturing plant that I did go and see. Now, I'll be giving you more information about this place. Sadly, we were not allowed to video, as there are certain rules and restrictions. So nevertheless, we were allowed to go in and see the entire process. It was unbelievable, seriously. And I have, like I said, one of these cigars that's released in the local market as well. They have been selling these cigars in the local market for the past 1 year. Sadly, I only realized that there is a new type of cigar about 3 months ago. They also do make cigarillo type cigars like this. So I'm going to actually give this one as well as this one a try shortly. So with that, I'm going to be telling you guys about the entire process that we did see. It starts off like this. Firstly, we were taken into a storage room. Now this place was about 30 to 35,000 square feet. About 50 feet high, huge storage space of, where they basically bring their tobacco to and store it. This is humidity controlled and, climate controlled, and it was bloody hell unbelievable. I've never seen a storeroom that big full with tobacco, and the smell was, oh my Jesus, unbelievable. That raw tobacco smell. I'm quite used to it actually, because I live about 3 blocks away from Sri Lanka's one and only cigarette manufacturing company. So there are certain days that they air dry the tobacco, and the entire place smells of, drying Virginia. So this was quite the same smell, but tons better. Little bit about what type of tobacco they use. These guys don't use any sort of tobacco from Sri Lanka, which quite frankly, I was a bit stunned, but in the same way, I know that why we can't use our tobacco. I've heard that our tobacco is good in Sri Lanka, but the issue is keeping a constant level of tobacco plus, maintaining nicotine contents and yada 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 isn't exactly standardized. So, no Sri Lankan tobacco used. These guys use tobacco from countries like Sumatra, Ecuador, Java, Brazil, Italy, and even Cuba. And I'm not talking Cuban seed tobacco, I'm talking Cuban leaf. So I was a bit surprised, mainly when I heard that they are using Italian tobacco. Now, when you hear about Italy, you don't exactly think about tobacco. I didn't even know they, manufactured tobacco. So it was a bit surprising when I heard about Italy, and I was even surprised when it was burley tobacco. It was fermented burley tobacco from Italy that they do use on most of their fillers. I was under the impression before this that, generally when you talk about cigars, you're obviously talking about cigar leaf. And you're always talking about Virginia, but I've never heard of burley being used in a sort of a cigar. So I was a bit surprised. These guys make long filler as well as short filler cigars, and fermented burley, Italian fermented burley, is one part of tobacco that they use in the filler of these. Percentages are not known, but I've been told that it's a majority of percent. Also, they use Java leaf for the binder of cigars as well as for the wrapper. They use the legendary Sumatra wrapper, and bloody hell, this was the first time that I saw myself a Sumatra wrapper, and it's like silk. It's absolutely shiny. It's like, wow, it's so beautiful to see one. But they also use other wrappers like Ecuador, Java as well as Brazilian, but the Sumatra wrapper is by far the best wrapper that you can use on a cigar. Saying that, let us dissect one of these and see what it is like. So I love the packaging that these guys, bring it in. It's got a screw-on lid, and this is what the cigar looks like. So sadly, I do not have focus on my cam, but it's got a pretty neat label, and these cigars are pre-punched, and they use a pretty unusual way of punching their cigars, as I hope you guys can see. They actually punch it, but it is like a pinhole punch that they do use. So all their cigars are more or less pre-punched, which is, I would think, quite good. And just looking at the outer wrapper, this is a machine-made cigar. This is not a hand-rolled cigar. This is a machine-made cigar, and we went on the floor where they actually make these, where actually they roll these, and it's a 24-hour operation. It's entirely a machine. I would say 50-60% machine, but there is also a human element, because the machines have to be operated by humans, and these guys have 3 shifts basically. Each shift there are 450 people rolling cigars, so it's a 24-hour operation. It's unbelievable just stepping on that floor and seeing so many people, ladies as well as gents, rolling cigars and cutting binders, cutting wrappers, and it is absolutely unbelievable. And also we saw how these cigarillos, these are entirely machine-made ones. There is very little human element when it comes to these sort of cigars, as only at the packaging and those kind of operations that human contact does come. Everything else is machine-made in these, but these have a little bit more of a human element in the cigars. And I am hopefully going to light up one of these and do a review, but not today, as wow, it's unbelievable. I love the smell, and these guys, I think, put a cedar wood, a piece of cedar wood inside the tubes as well, maybe to give freshness, to give the flavor, and so on and so forth. I've actually given this cigar a try a couple of times, and I definitely want to do a review on this cigar as well. So hopefully with the coming videos, I will do a review on this cigar as well as some of their cigarillo types. So guys, stay tuned, and I would like to really thank the CEO, Mr. Emmanuel Blue, for entertaining us. I'm really sorry that this video took so long. I was really hoping to do a video 2-3 days after my factory visit, but sadly I wasn't able to. So 2 weeks late, but still I especially want to give a thanks to the person who took us around. I think he was a supervisor, manager, thoroughly resourceful, and he showed us right around the factory, and he taught us so many stuff about tobacco and the entire process. Because I was taking a lot of time, looking at all the little things, because it was pretty interesting. And this guy took the time. He showed me each and everything, so it was unbelievable. And Mr. Emmanuel, thank you so much. Saying that, I'm going to do this review on another video. Adios amigos, guys.